Oh, hey, welcome to your vocabulary video for Unit 6, Week 2. All right, make sure you got all your papers ready to go and your paper folded, ready to go. We're still in Death Valley, if you look back here. We are now at Badwater, which is the lowest point in North America. And we'll take you down and show you the sign so you can see a little bit more of it, okay? All right, so let's get to our words. You ready? Make sure you got your paper. Make sure you got all your pencils and everything. All right, here we go. Your first word is taunting. All right, the definition for taunting is teasing or making fun of someone or something. So it's something you should never do at school or anywhere. Well, we taunt a little bit, but teasing, make sure that they understand. All right, and pause it and write it. All right, the example we're going to use is, outside the window, a squirrel seemed to be taunting my cat. That's a bit rude. All right, pause it, write it. And your question for today is, when have you seen people taunting other people? It's a bit rude. Hopefully they never do that, but when? Make sure you restate that question in your answer and write it out completely. All right, we're now in Devil's Golf Course. It's kind of cool. We'll talk a little bit about it in a minute. But your next word is conflict. Conflict. Say it and write it. Okay, your example we're going to use is, to resolve their conflict over who would use the remote control, the sisters finally agreed to take turns. Go ahead and pause it and write it. Okay, your question that I want you to answer is, what else can cause a conflict? What else can cause a conflict? Go ahead and pause that, write that, make sure you restate that in a question. All right, your next word is intervene. Intervene. Go ahead and pause that, write it. Your definition I want you to write is, when you intervene, you get involved in a disagreement to help solve it. Go ahead and pause your video. Your example is, when the referee saw the players arguing, he had to intervene to stop them. Interesting. Intervene. Okay, go ahead and pause that. Write your example. Now, the question that I have for you is, when else might a person need to intervene? When might they need to intervene? Go ahead and pause that. Restate the question. Write your answer. All right, we're at the Devil's Golf Course, and what this is if you look, it's got all these little hairs in here, and this is actually all salt. What happens, it's kind of like with that little science experiment you do when you evaporate water with salt and it collects on different things. That's exactly what this is. So if you look out over here and look around, you can see it's got all these little spikes, and that's actually the salt that is created into different structures from the salt that is evaporated. All right? It's kind of cool. All right, so your next word is protective. Pause it, write it, say it. All right, your definition is, something that is protective helps keep you safe. Safe. And so that's kind of what this whole national park is we're being protective because we want to keep it safe. All right, your example is, every bicycle rider should always wear a protective helmet. And that is important because we want to keep our brains in our heads, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Pause it, write it. Here's your question. How is an umbrella protective? How is an umbrella protective? Okay, you got it? Make sure you restate the question. Make sure you write it. All right. Okay, well, that's the end of day 1 of your words. If you look around, we're in Death Valley. Here's the Devil's Golf Course. And make sure you get this all finished. And I'll show you some more stuff tomorrow. Make sure you're ready. Okay, bye.